Welcome to the morning after week 10. After a long hiatus, I thought I'd come back. I have a helper here today, someone who's not feeling well, so she didn't go to school today, so she'll be here with me today. Right, Abby? Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Sorta. So yeah, it's been a long year fantasy-wise for me. It's not been the most exciting fantasy year. Points are down. The football's been pretty bad for the most part, so it's been hard to kind of motivate this year. But I have to go talk about some stuff in the league, some anomalies, and explain the playoffs because it's a little more confusing this year. With one team now having 2 ties, you have to get out the cosine, do some square roots by hand, get some exponents, stuff like that. We'll have to figure it out. But yeah, anyway, high point win standings. So right now, Dr. Dangerous has 3 wins. Team Price is Right has 2, and then myself, the Gargactyls or the Gargoyles or Pterodactyls, Badgers, the Horn Dogs, and the Maulers all have 1 win in the high point standings. That's for, I think, $15, 10 or 15. I think it's 15. And then money at the end. Dr. Dangerous does have a chance to set the record for most points in a season. I think he has to average either 86.5 or 87.5 points the rest of the way to do it. So the last 4 weeks, it'll be up in the air. I am most likely going to get the most points against in a season. I think like 60 points. I'll have to average the rest of the way for me to get that. I'm right now way in front of that. The anomaly that I was going to speak of, as we will see here in the playoff picture. First, we'll go over this. Dr. Dangerous is in first with wins 7-3. He's got a ton of points. He's got 820 points, I believe. So he's way in front. One of the more dominant seasons in league history. The Badgers the only one who really is somewhat close to him in terms of points. Team LBM, 624 points scored this year. Like they've got 500 some scored against them, which is insane. Just as a point of reference, as I thought I'd point this out to torture myself. If I would have played Chad's schedule, I'd be 7-3. And I'm like, well, he had the lowest points. It is what it is. Had I played a middle-of-the-road schedule, I think I calculated with Tim's or Griff's, one of the two, because they're both in the middle, I'd be 6-4. So the frustration, just to torture myself, I did that. Anyway, he's ahead of the Gargoyles. Gargoyles at 6-3-1 at 646 points. Black Dingoes at 7-3 with only 600 points, 606, and the Badgers at 5 spot at 712. Then the 6th spot, as you know, goes to the team who's not in the top 5 with the most points. So currently, Team Price is Right is 5-5. The Maulers are 5-5. And then the Horn Dogs, Minotaurs, and Bruisers are 4-6. Those 3 teams do have a very, very, very outside chance to make it. They would have to win out and have to hope for some goofy stuff to happen with the ties that might make it probably a little harder, actually, for them to make it. But 8-6, they still could make it. In terms of the points, though, 673.5 for the Price is Right, 654 for the Maulers, and 625 for myself. 4 weeks left. Those are about the only 3 teams that have a chance to get in by points. The 3 of us, though, Team Price is Right, this should be okay. Maulers and myself have a much better chance if the Black Dingoes, the Gargoyles, or the Little Big Men fall to the 6th seed because we can pass them a little easier. So you have that. So we have 4 weeks left then. Playoffs should play out. We'll see if there's a couple of the records chasing. In terms of if you have a chance to look, you should look at the points against, because I do. The league this year, by the way, is down 2.5 points in scoring per week, right around there. Might be 2 after last night, because a couple more points were scored. And then, yeah, with the points against is crazy. My record-setting year, which you wouldn't think with the points being down, it would have 814. I'm only 200 and I think 20 away from Josh's previous record with 4 weeks, which isn't that much. 814 against for me. The next closest, it looks like, is the Maulers at 668, and the team with the best points against is Chad at 552. So almost 300 points more have been scored against me than Chad, which is 30 points a week. Which is just absolutely insane. And then the last couple of weeks with the ties have not helped us. Like he played, I think, Bites, and I was like, well, one of them will lose. That'll help me out. Well, no, neither one of them lost. Okay, he'll play Griff. One of them will lose. Oh, no, it didn't happen. So it is the Murphy's Law year for me of everything bad could possibly happen. I mean, come on, 5 straight Super Bowls would be nice to make, but it's not looking likely. But yeah, that'll play out like that. And then the playoff, I'll do one more of these after the playoffs just to set the pods and stuff like that and explain that again. And then next year we can talk about voting, and then I don't know how everybody feels about the 6th seed going to the team with the most points. It does kind of take things away because it's kind of irrelevant for me on a week-to-week basis now if I win or not. I just got to score points and hope things. So it might be a good idea to try the matchup points at bonus matchups. So you'd play against the bottom 6 points. You play the league average more or less. If you're in the top 6, you get a win. Bottom 6, you get a loss. You'd either go 2-0, 1-1, or 0-2, or maybe in Chad's case 0-0-2 in a week. Which would be crazy, but possible, I guess, the way this year is going. First time we've had a team with 2 ties in a season since the Maulers back in like 1995. So a long time. Anyway, that is the show today. Evie, do you want to say bye to everybody?
Bye.
A little voice, that's all you get. All right,